the co-face of service delivery say they want a quick turnaround of the review process. As local government prepares to examine its policies, funding has been highlighted as the ingredient that will help turn things around. Municipalities say some funding policies are no longer aligned with today's realities. These include the high unemployment rate, low revenue collection, and the growing number of registered indigent households.
First and foremost, the white paper on local government had a presumption that the municipalities will be able to collect revenue, of which it was a fallacy. Now, what I want us to do as we review this particular white paper on local government, equally reviewing the funding model, we must do away with this issue of looking at the size of the municipality, the population of them, because that on its own brings challenges that makes municipalities, that have impediments on municipalities, because when you are a small municipality, you get a small budget because of the size.
With some struggling municipalities having their assets attached, mayors have called for the budget allocation to prioritize local government.
We are running very small municipalities that are indigent in nature. So you find that, if I may make one example, our municipality has got a population of 62,000 people. And 80 to 90% of the population is indigent. And when you look at your equitable share, the distribution of equitable share, you find that nationally and the province, they are taking a lot of money, and just a small chunk is going to the local municipalities. And the local municipalities are the ones that are supplying services to the communities. So I think the issue of revisiting the funding model is going to assist us a lot.
Other municipalities also weighed in.
In terms of funding, we are getting a small chunk of money from the department and from the government and from Treasury especially. But since the Deputy Minister, Tate Derek Masimula, said yesterday, he agrees with us that the money that we are getting is very low. We need to top it up. We can be very much happy if that money can be topped up, because our people need services.
The current system does not work well for us, particularly from the rural municipalities, because we do not have so many population in our municipalities. But the main focus of the current funding model is also look into the issues of population. Hence, we are then delighted that is going to be reviewed. I think it will assist us as the municipalities, particularly in the Free State, because we will then be able to reinvest the allocation to improve the service delivery of our community.
Local government leaders emphasize that population should not be a determining factor for funds allocation, as all municipalities are supposed to deliver services.
As the executive mayor of a local municipality, I think what I would like to see happening, and very fast, is one, the councillors to start earning their salary in the national fiscals. That's one that can help. It can release or reduce the load of financial problems at the municipal level, so that those money that we are paying towards the salaries of the councillors can be diverted to service delivery issues.
Even the South African Local Government Association acknowledged that gaps exist that have pushed municipalities to run on a deficit.
They had made an assumption that in future municipalities will be able to provide a sustainable service, they will be able to generate enough revenue, while with the high level of unemployment, communities are not able to pay for services. We have got to write off debts year in and out. We have got to provide for your poor policies through indigent to bury the most deserving communities or households. So there's a myriad of challenges, new challenges, which the white paper then did not foresee, that municipalities will be facing this terrible disaster. Even with the allocation, the national fiscals, the 10% which is allocated to municipalities in the form of your division of revenue, it is not enough. It is indeed not enough. So much more needs to be done. We will have to redesign our funding models so that we can develop differentiated funding mechanisms to support the sphere of local government.
26 years down the line, as we are celebrating 30 years of our democratic government, the situation on the ground, largely, over a period of time, has basically taken different turns and compounded by inherent, intransigent realities that makes our people's lives very difficult, of unemployment, of poverty, of inequality. In many communities, people are unemployed, and understandably and unavoidably, that will have got its own consequences on the financials of the councils, because people must consume services and they must pay. Where are they going to get money to pay for services? So we're caught in a conundrum.
According to Salga, the much-needed review process will take place in the new year. Kamagelo Siekwi, SABC News, Bloemfontein.